Hold on, I don't have enough space, right? No, I do. I will kill my own minions too.
And I will bring destruction.
Should be lethal this one. Yep. Well, that was pretty decent, right? Dude. That looks solid as hell, right? That looks solid, right? Against the Shaman. The worst matchup, oh my. Hello? Welcome to the stream. Have you ever seen or even thought of the combo? Oh my bro. Who else would try it if not me, right? I'm showing it one time. That is how you win games right now. How are you doing there? This dude will have nightmares today. That was not even close, right? Top 100. So today we're playing simply the most popular deck so far on the ladder, which is an Armor DH. And the deck, I know guys, if you actually played a little bit, just a little bit of the ladder, I think, you notice the deck somewhere, because about like 1/4 of the ladder actually plays this deck specifically. Maybe like with some adjustments so far here and there, but this is like, the pinnacle of what is happening right now on the ladder, because you have this Ravenous Felhunter that you play after you actually have one of your Arkonite defense crystals dead. So you play this Felhunter and you summon 2 more of the Starship pieces. And for now, I think the most problematic thing with this is that Starship pieces are actually playable instantly after, so they are not dormant when they're summoned, as there was like a card before in a Warlock that gives a Death Rattle to, for example, an Arkonite Defense Crystal, but the Death Rattle was that, that the 2 copies that are summoned after of the same card that you apply the Death Rattle to go dormant for a little while, and then after they went out of the dormant state, you can actually play them. And this time a Demon Hunter got a huge card right there, which is like a 5/3 by itself, but it summons all those Arkonite defense crystals, and it's really hard to deal with those. But that is not the only thing. You have a Ferocious Felbat that will summon these Felhunters back again, 2 copies of Felhunters, and they will summon 2 copies of Arkonite defense crystals, and the armor scale will be just like crazy even after the nerf of an Arkonite defense crystal. Now it you gain only 4 armor, but you will gain, like before you could gain like 6, but for now it is still strong enough for you to have an Exodar. Not going for the pieces, not going for like health gain, none of that is what you're looking for. You're looking for damage finally from an Exodar, because your Starship will have something like 40 plus damage on it at some point, and you just go with an Exodar and do this damage to the opponent's board. And a lot of decks so far that are in front of you will not be able to sustain against that much of attack. Plus, you will still have a huge Starship after that. You will still have that. You will still have all of those minions going on. You still have a Cubicle to summon even more of those goodies. You still have a trigger, its Death Rattle, all of this good stuff that you might just overwhelm an opponent with whatever you got. But as far as it is, this deck is something that I think will be nerfed. So you have to keep track on that one, because this is just too good to be true. All the cards are just too powerful for now with their with their synergy, and I think they will do something about that. A lot of people complain too much about this deck. This deck can lose, we actually were able to win against that one with a couple of decks before that I showed on my channel. But as far as this right now, we have to try that out, not to beat that, but actually play it and understand how it plays out. I think it might be beneficial for us when we face something like this on the ladder with something else. So as far as this, let's jump right in. Carrigan versus a troll, okay.
Nothing stands in my way.
So, what do I want here? I don't believe we own anything that is that costs that much. Against the shaman, I think Infiltrate is extremely important, considering that they will have a lot of small minions so far. This is kind of good for us to gain at least some kind of like early advantage so far. So I guess we're leaving that. Well, Warp Drive, we don't really have Starship pieces for now. I don't believe this card is actually really good. So let's leave something like this. These are some board clears, and this is kind of like, you know, choose one card finally, right? That is pretty good. Shaman is the worst matchup as far as I remember. Let's see that through. Yeah, that is the worst matchup that we can ever find on the ladder, and that is a Shaman. And that is a Shaman. Against the Shaman, Armored Demon Hunter has 34.8% win rate. The closest, like, you know, worst matchup for us is a Hunter with 41. That's how far that is, right? Draw a card, summon a random dress. I kind of want to. Nah, I guess we'll summon one for now. Elusive. Well, that's the cheapest one as far as I remember, right?
A dream come true.
Get a random dream card. Ooh, that is some kind of like interesting shaman. More controlish version, right? Not a fast one. There's Madison Nimbus, someone strong. Let's summon two more. Oh my. Oh my. Okay, good enough for me. We have an Arkonite defense crystal finally. All we need is to find our 5 drops.
Find me in the dream.
Drink, okay. God's face, 0 cares in the world, right? Turn policy. I kind of think I need an Arkonite defense crystal dead like as fast as possible, but the whole problem here is that those guys are kind of like elusive. I cannot like do what I want. Don't lie still. Okay, let's probably summon that one. I guess that's fine enough by its own. Let's probably attack that one. Because an Infiltrate is something for us to consider, like, you know, and we have to like deal damage at some point. As soon as we like trade a 3/3 elusive here, I guess it's like, you know, we can just like do an infiltration here. We just need a small minion for this to happen. Dressing is dormant, unfortunately. Scout Friend Dasar card that plays this game trigger Dasar. Well, it's good enough, but not too much. Okay, goes for Lightning Storm. Well, it's looking pretty bad for us right now. Looking pretty bad, I would say. But at least we can clear those two, right? At least we can clear those two here. So let's do that. And let's summon a Dormant Guy. Exodar is here. Get another elusive, a Dastral minion. Okay, let's go. I need my Dastral minions, unfortunately. I need my Dastral minions. I need my 5-drop here, right? To summon as many, you know, Starship pieces as possible here. Exodar might just like go out early for Starship pieces, I would say. After play meeting, give it a random bonus effect. Okay. That's an interesting thing. That's an interesting thing, I would say. Okay, finally our taunt is out, right? Our 5/5 lifesteal taunt is finally out, though. Let's draw this army in here. Let's hope for a 5 drop. It didn't happen, obviously. I guess we need a cube on a 5/5 here. As sad as it is, I think we have to do something like this. Because, I'm not sure I can actually handle whatever is happening right now on the board on the key side. Oh my, that is actually really bad though. Didn't know it works this way. And it's kind of like a dormant state. Oh, not experienced enough with that deck, right? Not experienced enough, but we'll see how it works out. He still has to trade into a cube, but now when I think about it, it was not like really a good idea. But I guess what was our other choice? Like a return policy? Just a fine Arkonite defense crystal? Not a great. Galactic Crusader. Ooh. A dream. Where'd you get a dream card? Oh, from Hopeful Drea. Okay. Okay, finally this happened for us, but... Are we dead? It has 8 damage, it's not too much. But oh my. Well, we have to play it and hope and pray, I would say. Do something like this. Have to do that and hope and pray that he doesn't have a lethal right away. That's about it. Somehow need to survive here. Because now our 7 drops are kind of active as soon as a 5/3 is actually dead. It's 3 cost, okay. Doesn't mess up our death rattles here. Sneed old Shredder. Dude. Well, okay then. So something like this is happening. We hope he doesn't have two damage into my face. Something like a pop-up book is an easy lethal. But we still have to kill it. maybe even a random holy spell can actually damage our face here. It is possible. All we need is just to survive one more turn, I guess. As soon as this dies, I think we're okay.
All are nourished and the cycle renewed.
Okay, that was not a strong turn. Will not hit our face here, I will kill Reborn, by the way. By the way, that is a Reborn. Smite, okay. And a Divine Star, okay. Okay, good stuff. Good stuff is happening for us. We have to break this. 100%. Well, we have a cube. We have a trigger minion dash round. Oh, let's do that. And probably let's do the cube here, just for sake of it. Or maybe I'll just have to kill those small minions. I guess that is a fine consideration here. Do we heal here? I don't believe so. I don't believe we have to. We could, trigger the death rattle open Arkonite defense crystal just for sake of it. But I don't believe that it's, something that we need. Yeah, dragons cost 1. finally got his extremely interesting card at the end of the turn. Deal attack to enemy minions. Okay. What the hell? What is it? Excess damage hits enemy hero. Oh my god. Well, +4 armor couldn't save us from that one. Unfortunately, that would be that lethal anyway. We had 5 HP as far as I remember, right? Well, I guess that is probably why against the Shaman that deck is not really that great. Well, when you have like only 35% chance like to win, I guess you'll have a tough matchup whatever you do. But at this point, like, you know, it was kind of like a little messy because I didn't really like, you know, didn't really test out how a cubicle works. So our 5/5 minion that was summoned with a life steal didn't actually heal us. And I guess that could be like much better if I just like didn't do that on some like, you know, previous turns. But that is fine. We'll learn it the hard way, right? We'll learn it the hard way. Couple of Dread Seeds. A couple of Dread Seeds for us, okay? Just like do that instantly. The sooner this is out, the better, right? What is the third one? Like, what is the pool? What is the pool zone? My Firestone for some reason. Not showing wherever it's needed though, unfortunately. Now here's the third one, finally. Dormant for 2 turns. When this awakens, give your hero +3 attacks this turn. That's decent. They awaken at the same time, right? We have an Infiltration here, by the way. And this guy can just like heal us. Don't really need though. I can just heal like this. That's fine. Dormant for 2 turns. While Dormant gain 5 armor and draw a card at the end of your turn. Oh my god, that is so strong though. It's a 5 mana, 5/5. Draw 2 cards, gain 10 armor. Let me tell you, that is what I call strong. That is what I call strong, bruh. We need to draw our Deathrattle minions. Draw 2 cards, or Dormant. I guess Dormant, right? Do we go face here? I kind of feel like going face. Am I punished somehow with a face hit here? I don't believe so. I have a 5/5 lifesteal minion that actually soaks that damage, so I'm kind of like fine here. And we'll see, right? Tavern cook up something. I guess you're pressing the hero button too much. Right? It's not really that great right now. Not really that great. No, that's a board clear, but you know. Weird. Guys, this card is out and I'm happy, right? Oh my. All we need is Arkonite Defense Crystal here.
Mercy.
Let's see if we get it. And we got it, right? Okay, fine. Let's play it out. We need this dead as soon as possible. And after that, this will go out, and we will be and we will feel good about ourselves here. Here's a cash cow, okay. And that's a cash cow zone. And guess we're playing this right now. And a hero power. Because Arkonite Defense Crystal is still not dead. Okay, good stuff. Let's see if that is some kind of like weird Highlander or so. That'll be interesting. I guess, wait, Highlander is like not even playable right now. Well, Alice is here, right? Alice is here. but Arena is not. So Highlander is like lost a huge power up with Arena. I guess they will add something like Arena in the future. They always like these, you know, kind of like meta defining cards. And they actually put a Highlander like up the stakes, right? Some people just like enjoy playing Highlanders. And I guess why would you like, you know, tell these people not to enjoy the game here, right? Oh no, that's strong, doesn't it? Okay, this is dead finally, so Felhunter is out. That is dead finally, and Felhunter is out, and probably another Tuskpiercer, right? Well, this has to go out as soon as possible. Okay, good stuff. We are healing, we are drawing. This card is just... Oh my. It's such a good card for any kind of like control deck so far. Ancient of Yore. Dude. Stardust return lunar cycle. When the full moon rises, your cards cost 1 this game. My friend, that is actually really strong. That is actually really strong. Okay, we're doing this like 100%, right? Two damage here. Not really thrilled about actually killing that stuff.
Quickly.
3, 2. I guess I have to do it like this. Maybe I had to do it before, but this goes out, and here bomb. Okay, fine. Let's see what's up. Like, let's see how good is that card, right? For making his cards cost 1. This is kind of like, you know, a downside for this specific card, hero power, because the more you imbue, the cheaper are your cards, and at some point, like, you would have like a 0 cost card that will actually cost 1, so it's kind of like a little downside. But if you have a way to actually kill us in 1 turn, that is like, you know, that is pretty cool. I kind of want to see it, though. Kind of want to see it. If he has a way, no problem. We have like 11 damage in his face. It's not too bad. That's not too bad. I guess if he has like dragons with Zarimi, right? Having dragons with Zarimi is kind of like something. Healer. Fortune into Champions of Azeroth. Well, I guess that is actually, you know, something. Because when your cards cost 1, that might be actually something. Might be actually strong. One of these guys is dead, so we can actually summon this. Let's just clear the board here. And let's leave a 3-1. 5 damage into the face is kind of like fine. What is our next turn? Probably another Felhunter and Arkonite defense crystal. And we need to clear as much as possible, I would say, right? Because I'm a little worried that he'll play like his whole hand next turn. Whole hand? Imagine that. Has to play a coin right now. Let's see what's up. But dude, something is really tempting for him. I'm not sure what though. Not sure what can be so tempting that you're not sure that you want to play that.
Behold the armies of Stormwind.
Any minion you drew directly into the battlefield. 0 minions for him, okay. 0 minions for him. Let's draw a little. I kinda want to put the wall here. The moon is here. Just like in case he has a Zarimi turn. The more Arkonite defense crystals we have, it's just like a little better. Hot calls. Very cares about them. If you kill like everything here, just like those are fine. You shouldn't be able to kill us at this turn, please. We have now a cube that actually costs less, and we have another Felhunter. So we have like this paired up, which is like kind of decent. Repackage, okay. Well, that's a little something, I would say.
Find me in the dream.
Okay, a huge dragon. Tyrann, the next 3 spells you play customways. Another Champion's Elixir. Bro, how many do you have? Arkonite Antonidas? No. No. No, bro. No, 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 no. That is 1. Do you have enough? You didn't have enough time to kill us? Oh my god.
A mistake.
Oh my god. I could be dead right there, right? Could be dead right there. But I still have 0 ways to do anything about that. Like 0, literally. We have to do 1. We have to fight at Cis. At any cost, right? Let's find it, Cis. My god. We need to find it, Cis here. Oh, here you go. Put it on the top of your deck. Give me something, give me a new draw. Oh my god. Why? Why of all the dark gifts, why is this one on itself? So why? 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 Why did that happen to us? Why is that even? Oh my god. We found it, sis, right? Well, I guess just for the sake of this. Oh my god. It was still better to draw. Because we could fight it, sis, and not someone at 4-4. Plus, like, you know, oh my god, no. Plus, we someone like drew some minions that went out of the pool, so we had a higher chance for us to find it, sis. My god. That shouldn't happen like this. Not like this, bro. Not like this. Oof. That's harsh. 2 damage to everything. Oh, come on. Give me a break. That is like, you know, that is how the ladder feels. Some people just like see an armor DH and they just like can see, because like an armor DH is when it high rolls, it's kind of like a really, you know, interesting deck so far. But as we could see right now, it's not unbeatable. You can lose. You have decks that actually do pretty well against that. I won like games with a Death Knight Wizard. We just lost like 2 games against a Priest and a Shaman. Yeah, Hunters are really good against this deck, and another Shaman here, so it's kind of like not really a big deal. A Demon and Hunter like this. It's kind of like a fair deck. Obviously, it's one of the top, like most popular ones, but it's not one of the strongest ones according to the win rate. Where is it according to the win rate? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's 11th, right? 6. Yeah, it's 11th. So it's not even like a great deck. It's not like even the most. It's not the strongest deck. It's like on a tier list according to win rates. That is, it has 11th place. And everyone thinks it's kind of like broken, but you know, and that will probably be the reason why Blizzard will nerf it. But this deck just has to exist in the state as it is, because it actually pushes a control, you know, control matchup here. Let's summon a couple. Summon a couple here. 2 red is kind of like good, because we have a warp drive. But it has a rush, and for me not to actually use it feels kind of like a waste. Let's find something with a dark gift here. Well, it was not something I hoped for, though. +3 attack and lifesteal, +2/+2 and elusive. Elusive is actually really good in the cube. Elusive was actually pretty good in the cube, though. Okay, let's go. Because if we play it, that might be just like good enough. We need an Arkonite Defense Crystal to die. After that, we just like place this on the QB. I guess that's fine enough. It's a 2/4 rush. Oh, sorry about that. Sorry about that. Turbilus is out. Oh, here's an Arkonite Defense Crystal finally for us. That is all we need, basically. Well, I guess what it is. Not thrilled about that one, but as I said, it is what it is. Let's see how bad it is against the Shaman. Well, this time we have a little better start. Just slightly better, right? Cross of equal with me. Oh my. That's still in the game, right? Cross of equal is still in the game. I guess let's go. That was a lot of damage though. Into his face, considering a Frost Eco even. But we still need to kill an Arkonite Defense Crystal. I mean, he has to kill it for us. But now we have at least like a warp drive. Scar Legendary, wow. You input your hero power 4 times and it's costing 1. So that's an Imbue Shaman. That's pretty decent, interesting so far. Not sure why he played like this. For 6. Okay, you have Wild God and what? Like a and what?
Feel devastation.
I kind of like Halsey here. It depends on kind of like Wild God he has. Has like 8 mana potentially if he wants. 8 mana if he wants. Bird Sanctuary and get another one, okay? Bombs apart, okay. Tries to steal that city, okay. No. Why not? It's actually strong to get it out. A lock on. Now he kills it. Well, thank you, I guess. Well, thank you, I guess. Now this is playable for us. Versatile Weasel yet again. Huge minions. He cannot like clear the board efficiently, and that is only because of Pops Apart and it just like, you know, was not played in the intended way. Oh, it doesn't steal anymore, right? It just like gives you a copy, so a hex. I don't really care too much about that. Don't really care too much about that though. We need another 5-drop, another 5-drop Death Rattle. We'll probably find it from a ward drive, I guess. For a Cubicle to do some work here. $10-16 with a Rush and the Wind Fury. Okay. With a Rush and the Wind Fury. Well, we can, like, you know, even summon next if we want. Draw a card. I guess this is fine. Let's just like draw as much as possible, just like to reveal our hand here. Return Policy, oh my, that is strong. That is strong. When did it die? Oh, I played it. It didn't have to die. Oh my god. My dude. That is too strong. That is just too strong. I'm not sure how it can come back after this one, I would say. We even have a Cubicle first, really. We can even do that in a cube. You'd imagine that, though. Even if he somehow clears. Nebula. Well, Nebula is strong. Nebula is strong. Alakir is not. Alakir is not strong, though. He even gave us a way to clear the board a little. Oh. Is that like good enough? 16, 19 damage.
Decisions.
19, 29, not really enough. Not really enough though. I'll have to kill it. What is this? Let's dump our card here a little. And let's do this. That is just like too strong to pass. Ceaseless is still not playable. Nebula gave him a really good minion to actually try to grasp the board here, right? Let's see what the Murmur gives him. Shatter block, okay. Incendious combo? Incendious combo or not? Kind of weird idea, but I take it. You cannot like clear now. The squawk doesn't give you anything. Just a nebula with random targets. Oh, what is that one? Town dash, I'll put a Needle Strider on the bottom of your deck as cost 1. That is such a weird turn by and really weird. But as I said, I take it though.
All are nourished and the cycle renewed.
It's a battle cry that dies yet again. Messes up your gear.
All are nourished and the cycle renewed.
Messes up. Oh my god. What did you just do? What is that? My friend. My friend. How about this? The one. How about this if the one? Which damage is that? I guess it says that's a plus 2, 25, 28. That's an 8 on a board, 20. So that is enough, right? That's a lethal. That's a really cool lethal option. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Boom, 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 boom. Should be a lethal, right? 0 cares in the world zone. Hold on, I don't have enough space, right? No, I do. I will kill my own minions too.
And I will bring destruction.
Should be lethal this one. Yep. Well, that was pretty decent, right? Dude. That looks solid as hell, right? That looks solid, right? Against the Shaman. The worst matchup, oh my. Boom. Against the Shaman's the worst matchup zone. Okay, one more and we're out of the Demon Hunter. Kind of like it so far. Not something I would play like consistently though. It's kind of like the same way with the Hunter, right? That I played yesterday. And I'm not sure I released the video yet. Maybe yeah. Oh, I played it today, right? I played it today in the morning though. Okay. It's kind of like the same way with the Hunter. It's kind of like a really strong deck. But it just like doesn't feel like the decks that I want to play like over and over and over and over again. But the Death Knight actually felt that way, right? The Suck Death Knight. That actually felt that way. That I want to play it like over and over. Like I actually had to force myself to stop playing it, you know? That is like, you know, what I call a really decent deck. Even though it's not like, again, not like the strongest deck so far on the ladder. Suck Death Knight is like what? The armor DH is like number 11 and Suck Death Knight is 14, 15s. What are 8 hands deep? Oh, 8 hands deep. Oh my god, new emergent decks though. Indeed. We need so much time to test everything. So many imbued decks, so many everything. Dude, that is actually finally an expansion where, like, you know, an expansion actually created a fully new meta. There is like pretty much a really limited okay, one second, what do we play here? We can do Dormant Striders and stuff like this. Dreads. Well, next turn is kind of like creepy, I think. So, hear me out. Out of 10 first decks, like 10 first in a win rate, what do we have? Zergak Hunter, a new deck. Location Warlock, it's kind of like an old deck, but with a couple of new cards in it. Let's say that is a you know, a pre-nerf deck. Protoss Priest, that is the deck that I said that will be playable even after like a nerf. I said it would be like the strongest deck so far. But as far as I remember, it has like a new twist with an imbue here, right? So it kind of like changed the previous concept of a Protoss Priest. But okay, let's say that's you know, that's an old deck. Zerg Discover Hunter, yet again same stuff. Aggro Protoss Priest, yet again the same stuff. It's kind of like half new decks, but it's kind of like a late concept. But after that, we have like what? A Starship Warrior, a Protoss Druid, Menagerie Sack DK, Menagerie Rocks, Kyle Imbue Mage, Armor Demon Hunter, Among Us Demon Hunter, Ahans DK, all the new decks, all of them are crazy good, and all of them are new, you know? That is like, you know, that didn't happen for quite a while, so... Okay, we need this data as fast as possible. So it's like, only a couple of decks, you know, are still okay-ish, because people actually know how to play with them, and when you know, if they will play these decks for quite a while, and the new decks will be there, and people will understand how to play new decks, and new decks will actually have a better win rate after, and the old decks will have a worse one. But, you know... Silence, nice. Silence is nice. Now it's not a Starship. But it was dead, right? I hope. Yeah, I hope. Oh, we'll test it out, I guess. We'll test it out. It doesn't matter that it didn't, like, you know, die as it intended to, but it was the card with a death rattle, even if it was silenced. I guess it has to work this way. It has to work this way. Otherwise, I will be really sad though. Shadows popping though, okay. Has to work this way. We'll play just in case, right? Let's see how it happens. No, so, oh wow. How stimulating, bro. You actually used something about this game that I didn't. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool, man. Interesting. Do you have another silence? That's pretty cool. I play silences like this. Now that's weird. Like I saw it kind of like when it dies, it actually remembers not like the end product. It actually remembers what card that was. I guess we'll learn this the hard way yet again. As I said, like we had to play an Armored Demon Hunter to understand what is going on right now and why people are so mad about this deck and all that stuff. Oh, don't tell him. Don't find it. Oh no! Don't steal it, man. Don't. It's more than enough for me right now. Okay, that's pretty good. Has to kill him. And now, all is good and all is well, so. I don't really have too many spells, but that's fine. This goes out. This goes out, right? Yeah, let's go. Because why not? Okay. We have a Felbat here, which is nice. Gotta play it as fast as possible. He'll kill a 2/4 probably. Oh, he can kill both with hero power. By the way, we also tested like yesterday, as far as I remember, that Arkonite gives him like, you know, a new hero power. But if you imbue after, as soon as you imbue, you're back to the imbued hero power, and you're fine here. So you can kind of like play an Arkonite just like solely for tempo and for discount, right? What's happening right there? Why am I so low? Why am I so low though? Do we have to launch, really? Have full board clear? Yeah, we do. Okay. But I have just like 2 mana left here. Oh, let's try that out. Let's try that out.
No escape.
Maybe we can survive that, right? Maybe, just maybe.
You fight boldly.
Thanks.
Maybe you'll just survive, like maybe, I'm not sure. 3 damage, like it's something that you can find. Okay.
I must practice tolerance.
Okay, as I said, like an armor DH, exciting and all, not a great deck zone. Not a great deck. Well, by the feeling of it, it can be easily like, you know, beaten by whatever you're playing. And as I said, it's not like, don't really have like highest win rate. It's not the deck that is exciting to play. It's kind of like straightforward. You have like 6 key cards that you want to play one after another. Each game is kind of like the same for you on your side of the board. You have like pretty much 0 variety. Like you don't have like all those discovers, like skill-based cards, like, you know, to make the right choices, how to win the game. You pretty much like want to play specific cards that will give you like, you know, nothing exciting. The only cards that is kind of like skill-based, right, where you are discovering, since it's Nightmare Lord Xavius, and you're discovering like your cards. You want to discover something like an Arkonite Defense Crystal, or those you know, hounds, right, for you. Maybe an Exodar or Ceaseless if you're like, you know, really out of steam. But as far as this, like, you know, this deck, as I said, pretty straightforward. Try to survive first turns. After that, like, you know, you try to either like kill an opponent or just like go for a late game with a Kil'jaeden and some stuff like this. So, you know, not really that excited about that one, but I'm sure, like, considering how many people are thinking that this deck is broken, I think Blizzard will do something about it, and that is a little sad. Because a deck like this had to exist, as far as I said. But for now, thank you everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed what you saw there. But that is it for Narmor Demon Hunter.